To begin our class, we're going to lie down in Shavasana for something a little different. So lying down in Shavasana with your head in this direction, if possible. And this class is focused on asana, pranayama, and meditation and a yoga nidra to help you to relax and to promote better sleep. It's not that you will sleep in the class, but the aim is that through the practices in this class, that when you do go to bed this evening, that it will be easy for you and you'll drift off and have a much deeper sleep than usual. Lying down in Shavasana, ensuring that there is balance between right and left sides of the body. The legs are at hip width apart and all tensions released, and the arms are a little bit away from the body with the palms facing up. Eyes and mouth are lightly closed. And take a long, deep inhalation. When you exhale, release all the events of the day. Let them all go. And then another long, deep yogic breath in. And when you exhale, release all of the conversations and interactions you've had today as well. Whatever form they may have taken, again, just let them all go with the exhalation. And one more time, another long, deep inhalation. And when you exhale, release any thoughts or feelings of obligation, of anything that you need to do after this class. And just allow yourself to be right here, right now. Give yourself the gift of being present and returning to the natural breath. Just observing the natural breath at the nostrils. And in a moment, we'll move the awareness through the body. And as we do, please pay careful attention to any pain or irritation that you may be feeling, just so when we're doing the practices that you listen to your body. If something doesn't work for you, please do something else or even visualize the practice. Beginning first by placing the awareness in the soles of the feet, and then very gently raising the awareness up through the feet and into the ankles and checking in up now through the calves and the shins. Bringing the awareness now into the knees, observing how you're feeling in the knee joints. And now up through the buttocks and the thighs. Bringing the awareness into the backs of the hands as you feel their contact against the floor. Bringing the awareness up through the arms to the shoulders. And then feeling into the torso, at the base of the torso, feeling into the front of the body and also the back of the body. So gently moving the awareness up through the torso and observing how you're feeling there. Bringing the awareness now into the neck and the back of the head, the crown of the head, and also in the face to release any expression or tension in the face. And then bringing the awareness to the eyebrow center. And at this point, visualize a steady candle flame. I will chant Om 3 times, And as I do, visualize the vibration of Om coming up through the soles of the feet, up through to the top of the head, and further igniting the steady candle flame at the eyebrow center. I'll begin now with Om chanting. Om. 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 Release the vibration of Om and release the steady candle flame, bringing the awareness now back to the natural breath. And we'll begin our first asana lying on the back. Bring the feet in front of the buttocks. Place the hands behind the head. If the elbows reach, that's fine. If not, just bring the arms out at shoulder height. We begin with a spinal twist. Lying on the back. Inhale, and then when you exhale, with the knees together and feet together, bring the knees towards the floor, making sure that both feet are in contact with the floor still. And turn the head to the left, so knees to the right and head to the left. And just allow the body first to ease into the position. It's okay to keep breathing in the position to allow the body to ease in. You'll find with the exhalation, it'll allow the body to move into the asana even further. Then when it's right for you, inhale, bring the knees and the head back to center. Exhale, bring the knees to the left, turn the head to the right. Again, staying in the position for a few breaths, just allowing the spinal twist to ease further. And when it's right for you, again, inhale with knees and head to center, and then complete the practice again on the right side. Complete 5 rounds in total. And after your 5th round, come back to Shavasana. And when you're in Shavasana, just observe the effects of the practice on the body. And again, just taking your own time. Our next practice, it's a balancing practice, but it will be on the buttocks, on the base of the spine. So I will demonstrate. So come up into a sitting position, and you'll be balancing on, as I said, the sort of the buttocks at the base of the spine. So we'll do it in a few stages first. For the first stage, just bring the feet off the floor and the arms out beside the feet. So just off the floor, Hold for 3 breaths. And then come back to the feet on the floor. And make sure as well there's space behind you, because we'll lean back a bit further in a moment. Again, we'll do that again, but this time bring the feet so that they're up at about knee height. Again, just holding, making sure you're breathing in the position. Right, then bring the feet back to the floor. And in the final stage, there are a couple ways that you could do it. You can either stay at that stage, or you can put the arms in between the legs and hold the toes. And you could stay at this stage or straighten the legs. Whatever's right for you, and hold for your own duration. And when it's right for you, come back down into a sitting position. Just back to base position, and just observe the effects of the practice. For our next practice, lie down on the back. Again, with the feet in front of the buttocks. With the right leg, bring it over so that the ankle, the right ankle, is near the knee on the left leg. And then with the left leg, bring the right leg towards the body and clasp the hands around underneath the left knee, keeping the shoulders flat on the floor and head on the floor. And then gently bring the knee towards you so that you can bring the right leg closer to the body. Just ease into this position. Hold for 3 breaths. And then bring the foot to the floor gently. And then the right foot to the floor. And do the same on the left leg. So bringing the left ankle towards the right knee. Bringing the hands behind the right knee. And then gently bringing the right knee towards the body to feel that stretch. And holding for 3 breaths. And then gently bring the right leg to the floor and the left foot to the floor. Complete another 2 rounds of this practice. And if you want to hold the final round a bit longer, that's fine. Keep breathing in the practice. So when I say hold for 3 breaths, you can actually breathe those 3 breaths. It's more about holding the position. And also observe where the mind goes with this practice as well. And after your final round, taking your own time, come back into Shavasana. Our next practice will be the bridge pose. So still lying on the back, bring the soles of the feet in front of the buttocks. Now you can, again, it depends on your level, but the first level is to really put the hands underneath the buttocks to support the back. And we'll do this in stages first. So when you inhale, raise the buttocks just a little bit, pushing through the heels, not the full way, just gently raise off the floor just a little. Hold, and then gently bring the buttocks back to the floor. We'll do this again, but this time raise the buttocks a little bit higher up, about midway in terms of your range of movement. Holding again for 3 breaths. And then gently bringing the buttocks back to the floor. Now, the final round, you go to the full range of movement for you. If you're at that stage, you can also grasp onto the ankles if you can do that. I am not at that stage. Or you can just keep the hands flat on the floor, but you'll be pushing through the heels to the highest level for you without pushing or straining. Holding for 5 breaths. And keep breathing those breaths. And then release into the floor. Complete another 2 rounds. And again, after that, in your own time, come back to Shavasana. And in Shavasana, again, just observe the movement of energy from the practice, observe the changes and what's happening in the body and also the mind. Our next practice will be the fish pose. So we haven't done this one in my classes before, but lying in Shavasana, bring the hands again underneath the buttocks, so the palms are flat on the floor, and bring the arms underneath the body, so the elbows are actually underneath the back. Then when you inhale, push on the arms so that the head comes off the floor, and then gently bring the top of the head to the floor. So the top of your head is on the floor and raised, but your arms are supporting your body. And hold for 3 breaths or whatever's right for you. This is really a good practice for opening the throat chakra. And then when it's right for you, raise the body up and then gently bring the head back to the floor. And come back into Shavasana. And again, just observing the changes in energy in the body from that practice. When it's right for you, come up into a sitting position for a few moments just to do it very consciously and mindfully. And then we're going to come onto the hands and the knees for another practice we haven't really done before. This one's called threading the needle. So for this, I might, if you're not familiar, I will demonstrate first. So making sure that the shoulders are straight and the head and neck are aligned. With the right arm, what we're going to do is bring the right arm underneath the floor so that the shoulder is still straight, so you're not sort of collapsing. The shoulder is on the floor and you can put the side of the head on the floor and just feel that stretch. And then pressing on the left hand, bringing the arm up, back to being on the hands and the knees, and then complete the practice on the left side of the body. So bringing the left arm through, the shoulders still remain square, the left shoulder's on the floor, the left side of the head's on the floor, and then coming back, the hands and knees. So complete 5 rounds in total of this practice. And after you've completed your 5 rounds, come back into Shashankasana, the child posture. And in Shashankasana again, allow the body to release into the floor. If you have low blood pressure or high blood pressure, please make sure that your head is higher than your heart. Otherwise, just observe. Allowing the breath to regulate. And then when it's right for you, come back up to the hands and the knees. Ready for Majjariyasana, the cat posture. So making sure the head is neutral, the knees are directly below the hips, the hands are directly below the shoulders. Inhale, bring the head up towards the ceiling, stretch through the arms, point the abdomen towards the floor, curling the spine. Inhale, bring the head between the arms, arching the back up towards the ceiling. This is 1 round. Complete another 4 rounds. Trying to coordinate the breath with the movement, aiming for that body, breath, mind connection, going for very smooth movements. Feeling that stretch in the spine, also the abdomen and through the arms. After your final round, again in your own time, go back into Shashankasana. Releasing the body into the floor, observing the effects of all of the practices, observing the mind. And when it's right for you, come up into a comfortable sitting position for our pranayama practice. So with the eyes closed, making sure that the spine is straight and the head and neck are aligned. Shoulders are back and down, but relaxed, opening up the chest and the lungs. Just observing first the natural breath. Observing how the natural breath fills the abdomen with air and then the chest with air. And then on the exhalation, the chest subsides and the abdomen subsides. And our pranayama practice will be Nadi Shodhana. So begin with the right hand with the first and middle finger at the eyebrow center. Make sure the head is upright. Cover the right nostril with the right thumb. Then inhale, so not a shallow breath, but an abdominal breath, inhaling through the left nostril to the eyebrow center. Pausing for a moment and then covering the left nostril, uncovering the right, exhaling through the right. Then it's inhaling through the right to the eyebrow center, covering the right, exhaling through the left. And continue in this way. If you have a count, please use your count, but make sure that whatever approach you take, it's a comfortable practice, that you're not gasping for air at any point, that it's a natural practice. And we'll complete this for a couple of minutes, so make sure that you are comfortable. And the next time that you exhale from the left nostril, release the hand, but continue the practice by breathing in through both nostrils to the eyebrow center. And now, moving very gently and mindfully, lie down on the floor to prepare for our Yoga Nidra practice, making sure that you are warm or cool, whatever the climate you're in, but making sure that you're comfortable so that you don't need to move throughout the practice. So lying down in Shavasana, with the legs at hip width apart, all tension released from the legs and the feet. The arms are a little bit away from the body with the palms facing the sky. There's balance between the left and the right side. You may like to tuck in your chin just a little to ensure the head and neck are aligned. And take a long, deep inhalation, and on the exhalation, allow the body to melt into the floor. And again, another long, deep yogic breath in, and on the exhalation this time, just check that you are not holding any expression or tension in the face. Release any tension in the jaw. Ensure you're not tensing the muscles behind the eyes. And returning to the natural breath. And feeling now the body's contact against the floor. Feel the heels against the floor. Feel the back of the legs against the floor. Feel the buttocks against the floor. Feel the backs of the hands and the arms against the floor. Feel the back and the shoulders against the floor. And feel the back of the neck and the head against the floor. And observe how all of these different points of contact create one singular point of contact between the body and the floor. And now become aware of sounds. First, listening for sounds that are way off in the distance. Don't try and name them or identify them. Just move your awareness from one sound to the next as you hear it. Bring this sound awareness a little closer now to the sounds outside the room that you are in. Just moving the awareness from sound to sound. Now bring the sound awareness a little closer to the sounds inside the room where you are. Now bring the sounds even closer to the sounds within the body. First, with the sound and the sensation of the heartbeat. And now bring the sound awareness to the sound and the sensation of the natural breath. Release the sound awareness now and call to mind your Sankalpa or positive intention if you have one. Mentally repeat it 3 times now. We'll now rotate the awareness around the body according to my instructions. So when I say the name of a body part, place your awareness there, visualize that part, and mentally repeat the name of that part. We'll begin first with the right side of the body and the right hand thumb. First finger, second, third, and little finger. Palm of the right hand, back of the right hand, the wrist, forearm, elbow, upper arm, shoulder, armpit, right side of the chest, right waist, hip, thigh, knee, shin, calf, heel, ankle, sole of the right foot, top of the right foot, right big toe, second toe, third, fourth, and little toe. Moving now over to the left side of the body with the left hand thumb, first finger, second, third, and little finger. Palm of the left hand, back of the left hand, the wrist, forearm, elbow, upper arm, shoulder, armpit, left side of the chest, left waist, hip, thigh, knee, shin, calf, heel, ankle, sole of the left foot, top of the left foot, left big toe, second toe, third, fourth, and little toe. And moving now to the back of the body with the heels, the back of the legs, the buttocks, the small of the back, the middle of the back, the shoulder blades, and the space between the shoulder blades, the back of the neck, and the entire spinal column, the back of the head, and the crown of the head. And moving now around to the face with the forehead, the temples, the eyebrows, and the eyebrow center, the ears, the eyes, the nose, the cheeks, the lips, the jaw, the chin, the throat, the collarbones, and the pit of the throat. The right side of the chest, the left side of the chest, and the center of the chest. The right side of the abdomen, the left side of the abdomen, and the navel. The right side of the pelvis, the left side of the pelvis, and the groin. The whole right leg, the whole left leg, both legs together. The whole right arm, the whole left arm, and both arms together. The whole torso, the whole neck, the whole head, the whole front of the body, the whole back of the body, and the whole body. Have a sense now, all at once, the whole body. Bring the awareness now back to the natural breath. Observe just how subtle the natural breath has now become. Observe the rise and fall of the navel in response to the natural breath. We'll now add a visualization to the natural breath in the following way. Visualize that with each inhalation, you are drawing in a soothing lavender-colored mist. The mist fills your lungs and spreads a sense of calm and tranquility throughout your body. And as you exhale, visualize releasing any tension or stress, feeling your body becoming more relaxed and at ease with each breath. Visualize this lavender mist wrapping around you, creating a peaceful cocoon, promoting deep relaxation. So inhaling calm and exhaling anything that does not serve you. the mind wanders, remember to use the breath just like an anchor to bring it back to the practice. Release the breath visualization now, and instead feel the following opposite sensations in the body. The body's feeling colder and colder. The body feels a cool, refreshing breeze gently brushing against the skin and bringing a sense of clarity and calmness. The body's feeling colder and colder, like a refreshing breeze is brushing against your skin. Release this feeling of coolness now and replace it instead with a feeling of heat. The body's feeling hotter and hotter. The body feels the warmth of a cozy blanket enveloping you. It provides a comforting sense of relaxation and warmth. The body's feeling hotter and hotter, like it's wrapped in a warm, cozy blanket. Release this feeling of heat now. Replace it instead with a feeling of heaviness. The body's feeling heavier and heavier. The body feels as though it's sinking deeper and deeper into the floor. The body's feeling heavier and heavier, like it's sinking deeper and deeper into the floor. Release this feeling of heaviness now. Exchange it instead with a feeling of lightness. The body's feeling lighter and lighter. The body feels like it's floating effortlessly on a cloud. The lightness brings a feeling of freedom and ease. The body's feeling lighter and lighter. Feels as though it's floating on a cloud. Release this feeling of lightness now and release all of these sensations completely. Allow the body to come back to a state of equilibrium and instead come to the space of the mind, the space behind the closed eyes, also known as Chittakash. And in this space, see, imagine, visualize or create the following objects and images. You are lying on the ground amidst a tranquil forest. You are lying in a beautiful forest clearing at dusk. You can see the sky above you is transitioning to night, and the sky is painted in shades of deep blue and purple. The stars begin to twinkle softly, and you hear the gentle sounds of nature surrounding you. The gentle rustling of leaves, the melodic chirping of crickets, and the distant call of an owl. And as you lie there, you feel completely at ease, embraced by the serenity of the forest. A gentle golden light surrounds you and wraps you in a cocoon of comfort and safety. And with each breath, you sink deeper into this feeling of peace and relaxation. And this golden light allows you to keep feeling this way as you now come back gently to your mat, leaving the forest behind and calling to mind your Sankalpa, a positive intention if you have one. Mentally repeat it 3 times now. And feel the breath again in the body. Allow the breath to deepen just a little. And as you do, observe the movement it creates in the body. Observe how on the inhalation, the back moves against the floor. Check in with your body now and observe how you feel now compared to the beginning of our practices. The practice of Yoga Nidra is coming to a close. Begin to remember the details of the room that you are in. Remember the color of your mat, the color of your coverings, the color of the walls and the floor. Remember the time of day. And begin to hear the sounds around you and remember the world attached to those sounds. Begin to make small movements with the fingers and the toes, allowing the body to gently externalize and move and stretch in a way that's right for you. You may like to gently move the head from side to side or lie on the right side for a few moments. And when it's right for you, taking your own time, keeping the eyes closed or downcast, very gently and consciously come up into a comfortable sitting position, trying to maintain the peaceful state that you've created. And with the eyes closed, we'll gently move the awareness through the body like we did at the beginning of the practice. First, moving the awareness to the soles of the feet, and then checking in with how you're feeling there and gently moving the awareness up into the ankles, into the shins and the calves, and into the knees. Gently moving the awareness now up into the buttocks and the thighs, and into the hands and the arms. Moving the awareness up now into the shoulders, and now up through the torso and the back. Moving the awareness right up through the abdomen and the back until you reach the shoulders and the neck. Bringing the awareness now to the back of the head and the crown of the head and around to the face before gently resting the awareness at the eyebrow center. And at this point, visualize a steady candle flame, and together we'll chant Om 3 times and Om Shanti to conclude our practice. Breathing in for Om chanting. Om. 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 Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Hari Om. Hari Om.